Maybe we want to refresh their mind again.
All right, I'm going to present to Maritza. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to say, hey, that's the internet price. You can do better than that, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to refer back to my new dealer pricing model talk that I had with her. You weren't here for that. Okay, so I'm going to have the new dealer pricing talk with you first. This takes place way before the numbers, okay? And then once she does that, I'm going to quickly say, I'm going to refer back to it, and you'll see what I mean when I do it in just a second, and reclose. Here's where you want to get. You want to get where you can sit in front of your customer and reclose 4, 5 times without going back to the desk, because when you go back to the desk, what's happening to your gross profit? Is it going up? It's going down. The reason most salespeople go back to the desk so damn quickly is not because they're scared, not because they're lazy, it's because they don't know what to say. Learn what to say, and you'll hang in there with the customer for a lot longer. And when you do have to go back to the desk, because, look, I'm as good at this as anybody in the country. I can't get them all closed on the first pencil by any stretch of the imagination. But when I go back to Wade, what I need is a whole lot less of a discount, a whole lot less more if we need to add to the trade. And I ain't going to change their payment. I'm going to demonstrate that for you. In fact, it's not really complicated. The first thing I'm going to do is have the new dealer pricing model talk real quick with Maritza here. This would take place early on in the transaction, but it has to take place so I can refer back to it later. Maritza, thanks for coming in today. I know that you've got a vehicle that you've got your heart set on looking at, but real quickly, I need to ask you a question, by the way, be Maritza the consumer, not Maritza the salesperson, okay? When's the last time you bought a car?
Oh, wow. About 6 years ago.
Okay, 6 years ago, when you bought that car, did you have to negotiate in order to get yourself a fair price or a discount?
Yes.
And how much fun was that?
It's a little nerve-wracking.
A little nerve-wracking. Well, you and 300 million Americans agree that it was not just nerve-wracking, it was absolute, total misery. Now, in the last 6 years, lots of changes have taken place in the business, and quite frankly, they're all good for you. Number one, the discount you used to have to fight for, you got before you ever walked on this lot today, because if we don't give those discounts to our customers online, over the phone, via email, they don't show up. Our phones don't ring, the email inboxes don't fill up. The crazy thing about it is we price our cars not like we used to. Our managers used to get together every Monday in a smoke-filled room and come up with the pricing on the cars. Now we use third-party software that matches up every vehicle we've got in inventory with every other like vehicle on the internet in the entire region. Whether it's a new car store, an independent used car store, Craigslist, newspaper classifieds. And the way our algorithm works is we are always going to be at or below the market. As a matter of fact, you probably saw other Nissans out there, didn't you?
Yeah, I did my research.
You chose our dealership for a couple reasons. Hopefully one, it was the right vehicle, and I know our price had to be attractive or you wouldn't be here, would you? No. So, here's what it means to you. This is going to be the most pleasant, stress-free, and quickest purchase process of your entire life, because what you had to fight for 6 years ago, you got before you ever walked on the lot, and that's the big discount. Now let's go check out the car and make sure it's the right for you, okay? Okay, so that's the talk I had like an hour. That's the talk I had with her an hour ago. Okay? Now, I've just come from the desk. I've got the proposal here. And I am not going out to see what it's going to take to sell her a car. I'm going out to get her to commit to taking delivery today. But before I do that, I'm going to make sure that Maritza understands everything that comes with the new, what are you buying here? You are buying an Ultima, okay?